Welcome to the Bougie Miles YouTube channel. If you are just getting started with Bougie, I am all about helping you travel as luxuriously as possible while spending as little cash as possible. Okay, so today I'll talk a little bit about what your beginner credit card strategy should be, what you should be looking for in your first couple of cards, and where to begin. So when you're first getting started with credit card rewards, you definitely want to choose a card that's going to give you rewards, but also work with your specific lifestyle and your specific spending habits. You also don't want to choose any cards that are impossible to get requirements-wise because, again, you're just getting started, so you don't have as much established credit as somebody who's been in the game for about 10 years. That's why we're going to call these your long-term keeper cards. A long-term keeper card is basically just a card that you are happy to keep with you for either the rest of your life or a very long time. Usually these are no-fee cards, which makes sense because if you think about it, you don't want to be paying an annual fee every year on a card that might not be getting you the same value that you're spending on the annual fee. Another reason it's a great idea to start with a keeper card is because your credit is based on several factors, and one of those factors is your average age of credit. So if you open a keeper card and keep it open for 20 years, that's going to help elevate your average age of credit when you start to open more and more cards as you develop better credit. Obviously, this goes without saying that if you start closing your oldest cards, that's going to lower the age of credit and will probably have a negative effect on your credit score. Now that we have established that our first few cards are going to be cards that we're keeping for the long term, let's talk about the different types of cards that are available. There are three major types of rewards earning credit cards. Those are cashback cards, which give you cash back as a percentage of what you spend. There are hotel and airline co-branded credit cards that earn miles or points with a specific loyalty program. And then there are flexible rewards cards. These are basically miles and points, well, they're points or transferable currencies, as we call them, that you can use for a lot of different award travel redemptions. Each of these types of cards is available in low fee, no fee, and premium versions, which is a much higher annual fee, sometimes up to $600 a year. For beginners, we're probably going to start with the low and no fee versions because of the keeper card issues. As the annual fee gets higher, the perks get better. We're probably not going to choose any credit cards that have a high annual fee in this video. So in this video, I'm going to assume that you are eligible for a credit card based on your credit history. We'll actually cover it in a different video, how to get credit history if you don't have any or how to build up your credit. So your first card, as I said before, is probably going to be a no-fee card because we're going to keep this for a really long time. And it should be a card that doesn't require a huge credit score or age of credit history. Before I actually get into the list, there's one thing I want to note. You will notice that the Discover It card is actually not on my list, even though it's relatively easy to get and a lot of people point to it as a great starter card. The reason I don't like the Discover It card for starters is because, or for beginners, is because at the beginning of your credit card history, you're probably not spending that much money, and Discover has had for many years now a great sign-up promotion where the first year of your card, they will double all of your cash back earned. To me, that is such a huge waste of such an amazing bonus opportunity because especially if you get the 5% card with the rotating categories, that's the Discover It. It's no fee, so you keep it year after year, and you can earn in your first year unlimited double cash back. So, you know, you could get 10% back on each rotating category each quarter. And I don't really see the point in somebody who's young and just starting out and not going to spend that much money wasting that amazing bonus. Without further ado, here is my list of beginners credit card suggestions. Number 1. The Amazon Store card issued by Synchrony Bank. I hope I said that right. I have no idea. So many beginners cards do not offer rewards, or the rewards are very modest and they're very limited. The thing with the Amazon card is that you get 5% back on every purchase at Amazon. So if you're familiar with Amazon, which pretty much everyone is, you know that that's basically 5% on anything you purchase. Store cards also tend to be easier to get with less established credit, and it will help you build credit. And I know that it's not the traditional wisdom, but I think it's a great first card for anybody who can get it. So for your second rewards card, you're probably going to go with a Chase card like the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Chase Freedom card. Why do we go to Chase first? It's simple. The Chase 524 rule. Basically, it restricts anybody who's opened more than 5 credit accounts over the last 24 months from getting a new card. So you always want to fill up your Chase slots before you start with the other banks. Now, at the beginning, this might not be such a huge issue because beginners tend to get cards at a slower rate than more advanced credit card rewards users. But I still think it's a great idea to have 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 Chase cards in your initial credit cards portfolio. Next up, after your first Chase card, I like to throw in an Amex card because they tend to have high limits, which helps your credit utilization ratio, which is one of the biggest factors in your overall credit score. A couple of good beginner type cards with no annual fees are the Amex Everyday Blue Cash card and the Amex Everyday, which earns membership rewards points. Membership rewards points are American Express's version of flexible points. Next up is the Bank of America Cash Rewards card. This card has gotten really awesome over the last few years and actually allows you to choose your 3% category. So it gives you 3% back in your purchases on certain categories. You can see the specific card details in the blog posts, which there is a link to in the description of this video. Now for my 5th card, I'm definitely going with a Chase card if I didn't already sign up for 2 Chase cards. Again, it's because of the 524 rule, and you definitely want to get your Chase cards out of the way before you start doing what they call churning, which is applying for a ton of cards and making it virtually impossible for you to get another Chase card for a very long time.